Hi, my name is Montana for those of you that don't know me. How many of you in here think that you are creative? Well, that's what I thought too for those of you that don't have your hands up. I never thought I was creative. I never thought I would be able to do anything. But I had a teacher in my elementary school who told us that honestly everybody's creative. You just have to find where your comfort zone is and where you are able to succeed. And for me, it was Chinese paintings. I started taking drawing lessons when I was younger and I was like, there's no way I can draw. You've got to be kidding. But as time went on, I started learning to just enjoy what I saw and paint what I loved. Chinese paintings is something that is crucial to everybody's daily life in at least part of the Chinese culture. And by understanding more about the Chinese paintings, I hope that you will understand what it really means and what each and everybody's interpretations is. I will talk about how Chinese paintings are symbolic and how everybody's inspiration behind this one painting is absolutely different. Chinese paintings have gone back thousands of years. It's not just something that has happened in the last 50 or 100 years. That's what everybody thinks, but in reality it's gone back when we had monarchs. So it was something that it was really big, but it was something that happened to riches, and nobody would ever think that it would be accessible to the common people. It was something that was really important to me because I was shy when I was younger. I was never this outgoing, and I never found a way to express what I felt, whether it was in school or whether it was with my friends or whether I was just out. And I had all this negative energy pent up in me that, I was not going to be able to do anything else if I kept all that energy inside. So I turned to Chinese painting. This painting specifically was something I did when I was like 6, 7 years old. And this was something that I got my inspiration through nature because I love being outside. I never loved being inside. I always loved being by the river and just watching and being with my friends. And so this was something I did just when I was out, enjoying. This is important to me because it was one of the very first ones I did as a kid, and I thought that if I kept this with me, as I grew up, I would remember my roots and how everybody in my ancestry turned to Chinese painting, and it wasn't just me. My grandparents did it, my parents did it, my great-grandparents did it, and that was a way that we just transported ourselves to a different place and, just out of reality for a couple hours or for a couple days. So we weren't always in reality facing, problems we had or whatever else we had happening. And it was always something that was just relaxing, and, it's like a book for some of you that, when you start reading a book, you're like, transported to a different world, and that for me was Chinese paintings. I relate to this culture because it was something that I did growing up and that I have a lot of family history behind it. I do have family that has painted a famous painting that, sold for thousands of dollars, although I've never seen it. But besides that, I do know that that is in my history and that I hope to continue to carry that tradition on as I grow up. But, although I've done it less and less, I still do it when I do have time. But this is something that's really important to me because it has been something that is in my blood, and everybody loved doing it growing up, and it just took us to a different world. It symbolizes peace and serenity because everything, when I step into painting, everything is behind me, and there's no problems for that couple hours or that couple days. And so to me, it just brought me to a world that had no problems and everything was perfect, although real world is not like that. So today I talked to you about what it symbolically meant and what my inspiration and what my story behind each and every painting is. And I hope that next time you see a Chinese painting, you will understand what each painting really means, and what your interpretation of it may be different from someone else's, and your inspiration and to paint may be different from mine. So I hope that everybody sees what Chinese paintings mean, and that it is not something that is easy, but it's something that if you do spend time learning, that you will really, really enjoy. Thank you.